We got stuck in Dallas and had to stay at night with no bags, no nothing. They don't give two shits about what your status is.
Maybe you could have spent the night in the lounge.
They're like, good luck, I don't care. Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode of the Text 10 podcast. I am Keith, and I have with me the one, the only Clay Blair, whose recording stuff worked correctly today.
It did. I just told you. It's always a good sign when I put my headphones on and I can hear you moving around.
Yeah. Never a bad thing. Never a bad thing. How are you?
I'm great.
Is it so magical outside?
It's incredibly magical. In fact, I just hooked up my truck to the little trailer because I have to go lawnmower delivering. And I did it efficiently enough that I only got one little bead of sweat running down my head.
Yeah,
so I guess it's okay magical. It's not incredibly magical because
it's
typically that means you just walk out and you're wet.
Yeah, it's getting there for sure, man. Golly. Last night, we went to a dinner last night and came out. It wasn't hot because it was 9 o'clock, but you walk out and you're like, it's weird. I'm wet.
Yeah.
Just from walking outside. Strange. Yeah. So strange.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, different than my week last week in East Tennessee where, I mean, it's humid there because there's water everywhere. There's trees everywhere. There's like, it's humid. Not as humid as here. But it gets down into like the 60s at night. It's fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, sure.
You wake up and it's like 63 degrees and you're like, that ain't bad. It's not bad.
It's probably still a little early. When do the leaves start changing there?
Probably got another
month or so.
Weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the minimum. It just, it depends on how quick it starts to get cool. But yeah, probably 4 weeks at the minimum, I'd say. So we definitely went.
I haven't really, I have one experience where I've been in that kind of area in the early fall when
it's
leaves
fantastic.
Are changing. Oh my gosh, that is really something.
Yeah, especially like if you can, like when you're flying into East Tennessee or flying out of East Tennessee and you can see all the colors, it's like, talk about magical. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, it turns out we went at the very good time of summer when like things are slowing down for some people because they've already gone back to school. So it was not nearly as busy as what it could have been, in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, and we did all the things.
What was your favorite day? What was your favorite thing that y'all did?
Probably my favorite day. So we rented a side-by-side and like went back up into the park, and we went as far as we could go until you weren't allowed to drive any further.
Okay.
Got out and started playing in some creeks, which is what I did all the time when I was a kid, was just go play in creeks. Like I would spend my summers in creeks catching crawdads and salamanders. That's just what I did. So getting to take my kids to go do that and jumping on these huge boulders, they're the size of a bus, but they're in the middle of the creek. It was fantastic. It was, it is really cool up there too, right? Because this water's like, 60 degrees. So it makes it so it's very, very cool. It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. So we got to go see a bunch of cool things. Rented that thing for like 4 hours and just drove everywhere. And it used like 1.5 gallons of gas. I was like, how in the world could it use so little gas? What was it? It was a Honda Talon is what it was. But I mean, we drove a lot of miles to get where we were going and back. But it was great. But I mean, we also did zip lining, which none of us had ever done before. We did a like 2.5 mile zip line course.
Fun.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Like I think part of it's just
I can't imagine it not being fun. I've never done it. I can't
imagine it not being fun.
That is something that I would certainly do.
Yeah,
but
so there's 7. This one was like the biggest one in the Smokies. There's 7 zip lines, and there's 2 guides with you. One to catch you when you hit the other side, and one to make sure you take off correctly.
Right.
And I think those guys honestly made it more fun than it would have been otherwise, because again, you're just kind of sitting there waiting for your turn to go. And there's a group of like 10 people. So it wasn't like there's a lot of people, but they were really funny. They were really just good at what they did. And like they show you these different tricks to try. And one of them is called the Spider-Man, where you fall backwards off, and your momentum makes it so your feet go up, and then you put your feet on the actual cable holding coming down from the wire, and you sit there, then you put your arms out like this, and you're just going
upside down.
I mean, literally, and you're over like a 250-foot drop.
Sure.
It was fantastic. So it was a lot of fun. We definitely had a whole lot of fun.
Airplanes good? I mean, no.
No.
What happened?
We got stuck in Dallas and had to stay a night with no bags, no nothing. I mean, it's so ridiculous, because as we're checking into Knoxville Airport, this woman's like not really saying anything.
Hang on. On the way there or on the way back?
On the way there was perfectly fine.
Okay.
It's on the way back when everybody just wants to get home that we had to spend a night in Dallas with no stuff. So we're leaving.
What in the heck?
We're leaving Knoxville. This is American. They just suck. But I mean, like, Delta's not an option, and United's worse. And
I
I'm
love
done
American.
with
I still love American. They've never.
I hate you, American. Send me a survey from my last trip. I promise you, I will tell you exactly how I feel about you. There was one kind of person. One. The rest of them are a bunch of jerks. And that's the thing, is like, I understand there's nothing that these people can do to control it. I don't expect that they can, right? I understand that they are just a really, really small cog in the entire organization. However, what you can do is default to, I'm sorry you're having a hard time. Let me see what I can do, if I can help you. I might not be able to, but let me try. Those two things, right? Even if you know you can't help me, tell me that you're going to try.
Tell me you're going to try. I get that.
Act like you're going to give it some effort.
The problem is you were flying to Corpus, and Corpus is the stepbrother of airport hubs.
Well, but I mean, you're flying out of Knoxville, which isn't a whole lot bigger. But I mean, even the people in Knoxville weren't super friendly. I mean, they're more friendly.
So when did you know you had a problem?
So looking back on it, I knew when we checked in, because we went to check in, in Knoxville, you have to just, they have to take your bag from you. So went to give it to her. She's like, oh. And she hesitates. And I'm like, why are we hesitating? But she lets us go anyway. So then we go up there, and then like 15 minutes after we get through TSA, get this thing on your phone. Hey, you're delayed by an hour. Hey, you're delayed by 2 hours. I was like, that woman knew. She knew it, and she didn't say anything. She didn't
tell me.
Because what would have happened is I would have just kept my stuff and probably just spent the night there, rebook, and let's go. So then it says, hey, you're going to miss your next flight. Let's rebook you. So then start that entire process. Try to do it on the app, because again, I'm a whatever member. I pay $500 a month or a year to have this fancy card that gets you into the lounge and all the stuff, right? Because you're supposed to have your buying status, right? Yeah. Spoiler alert, they don't give excuse my language, they don't give two shits about what your status is. They're
Maybe
like, good luck. I don't care.
Night in the lounge.
Yeah. No, except there's no lounge in Knoxville because it's too small. So what we do is we go
awesome.
Okay, I'm trying to get this thing booked by somebody in India, I assume. Fine. I don't have a problem. I have lots of employees from India. I don't care about this. But the guy's like, I can't help you. I'm like, okay. So I go to stand in front of somebody. Well, there's 3 other flights that are delayed in Knoxville too, and I'm behind security at this point. So I'm standing to wait to talk to somebody. So I make the phone call because I have a special number I can call because I have status. So I'm standing there. I finally get somebody on the phone right as the person is available in front of me. So I let somebody else go. I was like, hey, I got somebody on the phone. So I'm talking to them. They get me rebooked. But so we got first class. I told you about that, right? So they're like, hey, there's only 3 first class tickets on this flight that I can get you on out of Dallas. You're good. Somebody's gonna have to sit in the back. I said, that's fine. I'll sit in the back. I don't care. Just get me booked on that flight, please. Okay, cool. She gets me booked on the flight. I said, okay, I want to be clear. I need my bags. Like, I need my bags.
No.
Because I'm going to be there overnight. And she goes, well, you're going to have to talk to somebody at the airport about that. Great. Okay, cool. So I tried to talk to people at the airport. They're like, you're going to have to talk to them in Dallas. Okay, cool. So we just, wait 2 extra hours, finally get to Dallas. And what do? I immediately go and say, hey, like, I need to get my bags.
No, your
So I
bags
get
are
this.
already in Corpus.
No, they weren't. So I get this gentleman, pleasant man. I mean, the most magical man I've ever met in my life in the customer service business. So I walk up to him and I can tell he's just in a foul mood, which again, I wouldn't want his job. To be clear, I wouldn't be good at his job.
Sure.
But I promise you, I did customer service before and I did it a lot better than that. So I start telling him what I'm trying to do. He goes, how in the world do you think we could possibly know where your bag is? I said, excuse me? He goes, there's millions of bags here right now. How do you think that we can know where your bag is right now? I said, okay, 1, don't appreciate how this started, but that's fine. 2, there are not millions of bags here. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, there's not millions of people in this airport, sir. Like, there's a lot of bags here, but like, let's not act like there's not millions. But 3, are you going to be able to get my bag from here to Corpus? Well, of course. Well, how are you going to do that? Well, because we have tracking on the bag.
There you go.
Again, I said, so if you can track it and get it to Corpus, that means you can get it to me. No, we can't. And I'm so mad, and Graham has walked up. I'm like, I'm going to say something in front of my son that I regret. I'm going to stop talking to you right now. I'll be back. So I go and talk to Graham for a minute. I send him back to his mom, and I come back, and luckily I get this lady that's sitting next to him. So she's already heard this conversation I've had with him. And she starts off, let me see what I can do to help you. She goes, we can actually try to get your bags pulled out for you. There's a messaging system. I can message to baggage claim, and they like, it'll take a while. You'll probably want to come back for your bags, but we can get it done for you. So then what does this dude do? He jumps back in and is like, it's going to be impossible. It's not going to happen. Like, I don't even know why you're asking about this. And I'm like, well, the reason I'm asking about this is because I have 4 people that are stuck here that I'm now going to have to go buy stuff like toothpaste and deodorant and. So if I can get my bags, I would prefer to do that. And then he keeps going at me. And I look at him. There's a young lady in front of him who's panicking because she's missed her flight, international flight. I'm like, hey, 1, it doesn't seem like you're in a job that is really well suited for what your skill set is because you are terrible at customer service. 2, can you please take care of this young lady? I'm going to talk to this lady right here. And I mean, like, why are you still talking to me? I'm not trying to talk to you. But this is everybody at American. Like, this is their initial thing is like, you're the problem. I'm like, well, actually, 1, I paid for status. That means nothing. And 2, I paid for a plane ticket that doesn't necessarily mean anything either.
Right.
So we feed the kids while we're still behind security because they're hungry. We go out. We go to baggage claim, and I have to like stand and talk to this lady, older lady, not happy that she has a job, not happy at all that she's got that specific job. And I was like, look, the lady back there sent a message to you guys. No, we can't get the bags. There's millions of bags here. I was like, okay, I've had this conversation once. I said, do you think there's millions of people in this airport? She's like, what does that mean? I was like, do you think there's millions of people in this airport right now? No. Okay, then there's not millions of bags. So like, are you going to be able to get my bags to Corpus Christi tomorrow? Well, of course we can. Okay, so then that means you know where they are. They're somewhere. They've been, because I said, look, on my app, it tells me where they are. Like right here, it's telling me where they are. And then she goes, oh, well, they've already asked for your bags to be pulled. They're being pulled. I'm sorry about that. Okay. So tone change. She's super nice. She's like, we'll call you. Is this your cell phone number? Yes. We'll call you when your bags come out. Perfect. Thank you so much. I don't know what changed your attitude about that, but thank you. We get an Uber. We go to the hotel. 2 hours later, I check my phone because it's about, she said it'll take up to 2 hours. I check my phone. Guess where my bags are?
I have to believe Corpus.
They're on the way.
Yeah.
Yep. They put them on the later flight to Corpus, and they're on the way to Corpus. And I'm like, so then we use like, what is it, like Uber Eats or something like that to like get somebody to go to CVS for us because it cost less to do that than it was going to cost to take an Uber both ways, and got a bunch of stuff delivered to us. And I was like, oh my God, like what in the world?
Great trip ruined by.
It wasn't ruined.
Airports.
I mean, it wasn't ruined. Like we had, luckily, and the kids, of course, were really upset. I was like, look, You can choose to have good attitude. You can choose to have bad attitude.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna choose to have a good
Your
attitude.
mom and I are gonna have bad attitudes.
No,
Y'all
we all
can't.
had good attitudes. Now, once I got done talking to the American people, I had a perfectly fine attitude. But like, why? Like, I hope that somebody that watches this podcast works for American or knows somebody who works for American and sends in this podcast. I would love to talk to anybody from American. Why is the default for American, just like it was for United, to be a jerk? Let me start with being a jerk, and then I'll back up if I need to. The one lady at that airport was like, let me see what I can do to help you. And she tried. And she goes, I can't guarantee anything. I'm not in baggage. I was like, I understand that. All I'm asking is for a little bit of help.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Right.
And it's fine. Like, it was fine. It worked out. But just try. Just try. So anyway, thanks for bringing that up. I wasn't going to bring that up. I was going to bring up how good the trip was. But, I mean, gosh, man, everything, Dollywood, for each person going to Dollywood and have the ultimate fast pass, what did they call it, was only $200. Everything else you do is about $200. But you can sit in Dollywood and ride every single roller coaster all day long from, 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. I was like, that's really interesting how Dollywood is such a good value. But, man, we had a blast. Dollywood was fantastic. Way better than Six Flags.
Really?
Whatever. Oh, 1,000 times better than the Six Flags up here in San Antonio. They had so many roller coasters. They were awesome roller coasters. Had a freaking blast. It was amazing. Great trip. I suggest everybody go do it. Saw a black bear. Did I send you that?
You sent me a picture of a black bear standing in somebody's yard, I think.
Yeah. So this person has a house right next to the peddler where we went to eat dinner. And it's just, we saw it earlier across the street. And we went and walked around for like an hour and a half. And I was like, oh, I mean, surely, she was like super nervous about like, what, I don't want to walk up on this black bear. And she's like, surely it's gone by now. I was like, I'm sure it's gone by now. So I went to go put everything we bought in the car. They were walking this way. She goes, Keith, there's a bear. I go around the corner. I'm like, oh, there it is. There is the bear. So, but I mean, it's just, it got into somebody's trash and was eating something out of the trash and left everybody alone. But there were some people that walked by it and didn't see it, and they were within 20 feet of this thing.
Wow.
In the last second, it moved, and they were like, oh, I mean, they talk about panic.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, because it was a big bear. It was a very big bear. I was like, oh, gosh. So, but it was cool, though, because I told the kids, I said, the chances of us seeing a bear are very, very high, and they did not believe me, and they were so excited. So then, we got airbrushed T-shirts. Because that's the redneck Riviera thing to do in Gatlinburg, is get these airbrush T-shirts done. I should have worn it today. I'll wear it next time. On the back of Annabelle's, it says she wanted "I survived a bear encounter" on the back.
Survived. I saw.
Survived. I survived. It was touch and go there for a minute while we walked by this thing. But yeah, it was a fantastic trip. So anyway, what happened while I was gone?
We
didn't get rid of a mayor. That's the only thing I know, is we didn't get rid of a mayor. We just suspended her.
Yeah, I think that happened. My days are running together right now. It's really strange. But
because you're old or because you're busy?
We're busy. But this week, Monday, we were just slammed. I mean, all day long, people in and out, in and out, in and out. It was great. And then it's just kind of died off the rest of the week. It's really strange. It's really strange.
Interesting.
Yeah. We've got all these people that work here, but yesterday, Ron was out sick. Kate had something, and Sergio had a therapy appointment, physical therapy appointment. And so it was just me and Mom here yesterday morning, and
holding it down.
Yeah. Luckily it was very quiet. So
that's good.
I don't know, but it's, but we're still just running.
Flowing and going.
Yeah.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we do need some more rain, though, because I walked in this morning.
It's gotten dry again.
Yeah. I walked to the office this morning, and all the grass was brown.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah. It's gotten dry again. That's the beauty of 110 degrees. And
he'll do it.
Yeah.
Magical.
Magical.
So I sent a text to your brother this morning, but never heard back.
Typical.
Tell you what,
Sarah Kate. That's who I was talking to when I sat down.
Oh, when I called.
Yeah. I sent her 2 texts this week and got a response 2 days later, and then a text the other night, and her response was her calling me this morning. I don't know.
So this is a family problem.
She gets it from her father. It doesn't surprise me. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I was trying to see if he would jump on and surprise you today, but that didn't happen. So I had a so Annabelle's turning, let's see, it's the 14th today. In 15 days she turns 13. So I have a teenage girl that's coming who started school on Wednesday, first day of school, in 7th grade, junior high at Flower Bluff. And yep. It was something.
Okay.
So I was gonna ask for some advice.
Who's made
it through. I mean, he's still alive. They are both still alive. Okay. I'm assuming they survived it okay. But yeah, it was that was an evening. Deanna was working, and I was just by myself. And Graham was like, "Good luck, I'm out." He just left. Like, I'm going to Nana's house. Like, good luck, Dad.
She's not there.
He comes back in. I won't tell the whole thing because I'll tell it when when Trace can come on. But he comes back in at one point and she's still going. And he goes, "Annabelle, stop! Like, golly, like you gotta leave him alone." It was funny.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's what I'm getting into. But yeah, kids went back to school. I mean, literally, we got back on Sunday because we got back a day late. Monday, Tuesday, they went with their grandparents all day with their grandparents, were running around doing whatever they wanted to do for the day, and then went to school Wednesday, and here we go. So it's interesting. I mean, life slows down for me now because I don't have kids everywhere. Yeah. But now Annabelle is trying out for volleyball. This morning, I had to have her at the school at 6:30 in the morning. I'm like, ooh. Because that's when practice is.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, that's early. Maybe Uncle Clay can come take you in the morning.
I don't think so.
That's not going to happen.
Get her an Uber.
You know how you can get an Uber at like 6 o'clock in the morning on the island? It's called Me. Because like there's no Ubers in Corpus Christi, especially near the island.
Really?
No. I mean, it's fantastic how few Ubers there are in Corpus.
I guess I've only Ubered from the airport around in Corpus.
Yeah, I mean, there's like nobody wants to go to the island because you're not going to pick anybody up on the island and take them anywhere. So, nobody wants to deal with that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there's just not a lot of Ubers like there are in other cities, like Dallas, where that Uber.
Oh yeah.
It was questionable.
Oh really?
Oh, it was questionable. It was like a 2009 Camry or something like that.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't dirty, but it was definitely old. We're in this thing for like 2 seconds. I'm like, yeah, he definitely needs a right rear strut. I can hear that bouncing. Like it's just like, oh, it was questionable at best. But so yeah, so end of summer has come and gone. It's almost baseball season, which means we're gonna sweat to death for the first like month and a half of it, and away we go.
Did y'all went to Neyland? Y'all went to Neyland Stadium?
Yeah. So what we did was we got there early on Saturday. We went and showed them our old house where we used to like where they were born. Showed them the hospital where they're born, and then went and drove around the university, just kind of showed them because they had never been there before.
Yeah.
Took them by the old house I lived in the ghetto, that house, and then jumped over. And then on the way back, we took them to Oak Ridge, where I grew up in was childhood home, so they could see that. Ran into my old neighbor from I haven't seen his
no
name,
kidding.
Mr. Val. He's 86 years old. He was walking around outside when we pulled up, and I was like, guys, I'm gonna get out real quick and say hi to this guy. I haven't seen him in probably 15 years.
Did he know
and
you?
I walked up. I said, Mr. Val, do you remember who I am? He looked at me. I said, it's Keith Heflin. He goes, oh my gosh, what are you doing here?
How funny.
Yeah. So Talked to him for probably 15, 20 minutes. Good guy. He was a guy. So when we were kids, there were no cell phones. If my parents happened to not be home when I got home from somewhere, I could go over to Mr. and Mrs. Vowell's house because they had the spare key to our house.
Right.
And if they weren't home, Mr. and Mrs. White, which were 2 doors down, had a spare key to our house too. Yeah. So we could always get in. So, I mean, that's back in the 80s there when you actually knew your
exactly
neighbors.
How I grew up. The neighbors had a key.
Yep.
Had a key to the house. That's funny.
Yeah. So I sat there and talked to him for a while. And he's doing pretty good for his age. But yeah, that was fun. Got to show them a lot of places where like I've told stories, but they don't know what it looked like or where it was. So I got to show them that kind of stuff. And it was pretty cool. Had a good time.
That's cool.
Neyland Stadium, my gosh, like the construction, I don't know how they're going to possibly be done before opening day. Like, did you see the amount of construction that was behind us?
I did.
Golly.
And they won't be. I mean, that's the deal with college stadiums is they're always under construction. Yeah.
It's just, I was like, dang. But then again, we went into Flower Bluff on Monday into the junior high because, they're redoing like all the floors, redoing a lot of stuff in there. And half of the floors weren't done. I was like, these people have to close down for today, or at least the first half of the day, because all these people are coming in and they have to be ready by Wednesday. So the first thing I asked Annabelle was, did they get the floors done? She said, yeah, they were done. I was like,
crazy.
God, the amount of flooring those people put down was astronomical.
Wow.
So kudos to whoever that did that because that was unreal. But the inside of the schools looks way better. They did a very good job. I was very impressed. So are you guys, Catlin its own ISD, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are the taxes bad?
Nah.
Do you even know?
No.
Okay. Because CCSDs are nuts. I mean, Flower Bluff's not great, but it's nowhere near as bad as what CCISD is. It's just insane.
I'm getting a tour of the press box. We got our new press box at the stadium, and I'm supposed to get a tour from the head maintenance guy.
Is that because you're such a big donor, or
no? Because I'm an esteemed alumni.
What was the first word you used?
Esteemed.
Who told you that? Did they just say because you're an alumni and you just threw the esteemed in there, or?
Maybe. No, I think it's pretty well known. I'm esteemed.
Okay. Well, all right. I thought maybe you were going like Jagchima.
Yes. Route. I mean, is that what you're doing? Yeah.
That's what, so you're building a new stadium for, or what?
Well, not me, but I'm Jagchima status.
Oh, okay. Did you have to pay for your status like I did?
No.
Does it actually mean something?
I
because
paid
with America,
in
it means nothing.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Gotcha.
30 years ago.
Couple days ago, right?
Yeah.
A couple days ago. Oh, man. I was thinking about that. I'm coming up on my 30-year reunion.
I had mine last year.
How'd that happen?
I know.
Like, I'm so confused because I'm still in my 20s. So it's like,
I know, right?
Math doesn't. If I'm still in my 20s, I'm going to have my 30-year reunion. That's weird.
I remember the first time that, and I had to have been in my 20s, like I would guess late 20s. But I remember the first time I said that had to have been 20 years ago. And I went, whoa.
That's weird.
I've never had to say that, and now, gosh, I could say that had to have been 40 years ago.
Mm-hmm. I mean, think about it. You are much closer to your 60s than you are to
I know. I'm much closer. God, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I still do a backflip.
Yep. And it's age is just a number.
Just a number.
I was jumping from rock to rock to rock in that creek. And there was one rock that, so like, again, like, lots of years of experience of doing this, you know which rocks to try to jump on and which ones not, because you don't want to slip and fall because that's cold water, right? And I was trying to tell the kids, Annabelle still got her foot wet. But there was a chance to jump from a big rock to another rock that only had like surface area just big enough for your foot, and you would have to immediately launch from that one to a bigger rock. And I was like, I think I'm going to try that. And Gianna looks at me, she's like, don't do that. And there's it's a waterfall, right? So, and it's not a far one, but it's 10-foot drop. And like, you wouldn't die, but it would be very uncomfortable for the rest of the day because you would be cold, right? And something in the back of my brain goes, you are not in your 20s, don't do it. And I was like, that's probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. But I was like, I could. And it's like, could you? Like, is it worth the risk? And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. Because again, at this point, we're 20 miles up a road or something like that.
Well, there's that too. Great. They're going to have to send in a chopper to get me.
Well, I mean, I wasn't even thinking I would hurt myself. I was just thinking I'd be really cold and wet and then have to ride back.
Okay.
That would be uncomfortable. So I didn't do it, but it was fun nonetheless. All right. So what else is happening in the world? I literally have no idea what's happening.
I don't, honestly, I don't either.
You suck at this now.
I know. I've not
You're
been
terrible.
Paying attention to.
Do you not have CNN on the TV right above your shoulder?
No.
Fox News?
I'm sorry. I don't.
You let me down.
I guess.
Can we get Jamie on here so that she can tell me what's going on? Because I feel like she would know.
She may.
Why won't Jamie ever join us?
I think she would.
Well, why haven't you asked her?
I think I have.
And?
I don't remember her answer, but I think she would.
We should do that because then maybe I can get some news again.
Yeah.
Because lately it's been very, very, very poor showing on your part.
Yeah, sorry. I'm busy. Of course, I just spent 10 minutes talking about how we weren't all that busy.
I mean,
the rest of the week
we're not actually busy, but I was busy at one time in the past.
Yeah.
So that counts for something.
Monday
right?
was hard, okay? I'm still recuperating from Monday.
I mean, it's Friday.
It took me all week to get to this point.
Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. All right, what else we got going on? What else we got?
I have to go to deliver a lawnmower.
All right. Well, I
made a cheesecake last night.
Oh, how good was it?
I used the one I made for you, but without the chocolate chips.
Oh, that was a bad choice.
Well, because this one was requested as cherry.
Oh, okay.
I could have used the chocolate chips. They'd have been fine.
Still should have.
But I just didn't. And I only had to do it once. Remember last time when I made yours, I had to make 2 cheesecakes because I flash boiled the eggs with the hot water.
Yeah.
This one went just fine.
Where were we? Somewhere on vacation, they had cheesecake, and John was like, "Do you want it?" I was like, "That does not look very good." I was like, "Remember, I'm a cheesecake snob."
Good cheesecake.
Yeah, I was like, "Remember, I am a cheesecake snob."
Yeah.
Because I used to think I don't like cheesecake. What it is, I don't like cheap cheesecake.
I don't like
I like
bad cheesecake.
I like really good cheesecake. So I was like, I don't want to disappoint myself. No, thank you. So yeah, you should get into the cheesecake making business. I don't think you can make any money.
I doubt it.
I mean, you'd have to sell it for a fortune.
Well,
to make any money on it.
That's right. I don't remember. I didn't do the math on this one.
It was a lot. I just remember it was a lot.
Yeah.
So I still think you should do it. I'd buy them.
I mean, you're starting with $20 worth of cream cheese just to get started, right? Get on the board. Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to go to Sam's and just bulk purchase, I guess. There's your next business.
Bulk purchase their cheesecakes. That's what these restaurants around here do.
Yeah, but those, like, again, cheesecake snob. You gotta be better.
I know. I get it.
Yeah.
There's no love in them.
No, there's definitely not love in them. That's what makes it taste so good.
My cheesecakes have a lot of love in them.
Oh my God, I love it. Oh. All right. What else you got?
I think that's it.
All right, everybody. We'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.